Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my live. I'm back. So, what's good? Did you guys see like this cute moon I have and the birds and the bees? So, how's everybody doing today? I am back after taking a little time off. I told you guys I had a private reading. I am now back and my little bootleg makeup bag. Have any of you guys ever used this Benefit? I love this stuff so much. Actually, I'm going to put some more on. It literally stains your lips. Gives you the perfect pink color. This is not a makeup tutorial. Yes, I know. I'm about to go start my tarot reading as soon as somebody says, what's up, Sinead, that they would like their readings. All right. Who would like a reading? You guys know the deal. Click your notifications. And also, I literally am trying to start my channel, but I'm at a loss for what you guys think will be good on it. I know I can do pick a card readings and Zodiac love readings, but is there anything else that you guys kind of want to see on the channel? I usually do in-person readings, but are the Virgo's intentions with you? Let me check. Zanib, are you subscribed? And are your notifications turned on? Just a quick question. Be happy to answer your question, but also if you guys can answer my questions, what type of content do you usually watch on YouTube with tarot people? Just curious. You guys like, comment, subscribe. Definitely like if you guys are asking a question. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course, turn those notifications on so you can be notified whenever I go live. Oh, thank you, Zanib. Okay, so let's see what these Virgo intentions are with you. A lot of cards flying out. You have the Five of Wands. You have the Eight of Pentacles. There are Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, Page of Cups, right? And the Lover's card. Let's see what's going on with you with the Virgo's intentions. Okay, so here's the thing, right? When it comes to this with the relationship with the Virgo, you definitely have the Lover's energy. What is the Lover's energy, right? If you look, right, both people are trying to connect, right? And they both want to be vulnerable. There's something beautiful and heavenly about it. But if you notice the leaves being on fire and also this mountain between you guys, you want to go closer, but there always seems like there's a mountain between, right? There always seems like there's a mountain between, and there are these storm clouds. It's to say that this relationship is one that has a lot of passion, but there's also a lot of drama to the point of you feeling like it's a bit toxic sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't feed you. It feels draining, either through insecurity. When I say insecurity, I mean like instability, either through whatever, but it feels draining at times. Now, I can say that when we talk about the Virgo's intentions with you, it looks like there is that Knight of Sword energy. The Knight of Sword energy is where the Virgo's kind of decided that he's going to go forward on pursuing a relationship with you, right? Even though subconsciously he's a little bit unsure, but there is something in the Sagittarius that's pushing him to say, hey, I want to see what this is. It's making him kind of like hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Sometimes like he's very receptive. He wants to play around. He wants to joke. Maybe he texts or calls you a lot. And other times he's pulling back and just acting like a different person. It's because subconsciously he's not all the way sure on moving forward with you. Now, what is it about you that makes him unsure? Well, I'm telling you, it's actually nothing having to do with you. If we look at the Virgo and what his intentions are, right? The Virgo literally is finding himself in Three of Wands energy. The Three of Wands energy is when he is on, he acts hot and cold, but the Three of Wands energy, this hot and cold has nothing to do with you. The Three of Wands energy is literally when somebody is standing out on a horizon. Somebody is standing out on a horizon in a new direction. Maybe he's never felt this connected to somebody before. Maybe he doesn't know if he's ready for that type of committed relationship. There's a difference between being in a committed relationship. Some people have been married, but literally feeling like you're with somebody that could actually have a hold of your soul and take control on you. So what he's doing is he's looking out onto a new direction with the way he has relationships that he's never been into. It's basically saying that he can see himself falling hard for you. However, he's having misgivings because as a Virgo, he likes being in control, right? Now, if he thought about it, he realized that his future is bright, teeming with everything he needs, and it's in his hand. And he can always return to his past and present. But yet, and still, as you see, he's dressed in rags. He doesn't feel suited right now for this new journey. It's almost like he just doesn't feel prepared, whether or not he actually is prepared. You know what they say? It's true with tarot, with feelings and everything. Reality is one thing, but how you view and feel about reality is completely different. Now, please know, right? Please know that there are a few things that you can do to kind of get the real truth of how he feels. And here's the thing, like I always say, the truth of how somebody's feel does not mean it's the be all end all. It means what somebody's willing to do, because we all have feelings. You can love somebody to death, but if you treat them horribly, it doesn't really matter what you feel, your actions were the issue. How can we actually draw the Virgo out and force him to actually show his hand into what he is trying to offer you? Because if it's nothing, then you can be along your way. It might be hurtful, but you can be along your way and find someone that has all his good traits, but doesn't come to you with the bullshit, right? But if it is something you can start building, the secret is in the Five of Wands. What is the Five of Wands? Again, it seems like you and your Virgo cannot get on the same page. However, what this is actually saying is you are not on the same page either, Zenib. We talked about this a little bit before, but let's go into this. It seems like when the Virgo's running hot, you're hot too, and everything's good. And when he goes cold, things turn cold. You are allowing him to control the relationship based on what his mood and desires are. And you're allowing him to a certain point to control you based on. How is that? Because your boundaries about what you'll take, what you'll accept, how you choose to be treated, how you choose to be loved are changing depending on what he wants to give and what he wants. It's constantly changing, constantly moving. How you can actually draw your Virgo out and make sure he makes a stand is by setting up your boundaries. That no matter how sweet he is or how cold he is, let's just say your boundary is, listen, you are not going to go more than a day without contacting me. If I'm sharing my heart, my spiritual energy, my body, whatever it is with someone, I expect them to check in with me every day just to shoot the shit and be like, yo, how was, did you watch Real Housewives? Did you do this? Did you just talk about silly stuff, right? And if you put that boundary up, no matter how he acts, if he doesn't give you what you want, then you will deal with him accordingly. Setting up your own boundaries, right, is a way to stop the hot and cold. It's a way to force him to make a decision, not an ultimatum, but a decision. Right now and every day, he's like, I don't know. And instead of just admitting that he's unsure and he doesn't know because he's a Virgo, he's literally putting it on you. Oh, you're doing this. You're doing that. If only it has nothing to do with you. Let's set up your boundaries so you decide what behavior is acceptable and not acceptable and not, what you want to happen. And if he does not fulfill it, then you quietly just back up. But at the very least, you will stop taking the blame and the brunt for not being able to connect. In the meantime, stay in that Eight of Pentacle energy where you are working diligently toward building yourself. And not only that, this is a great time for you to build up your base, be it work, career, finances, whatever. It's a great time to actually build your stuff up, right? Once you establish the boundaries, you can stop pouring energy into the relationship. And if he respects your boundaries, you can receive him with love, but you're going to have to pull him out, not an ultimatum, but you're going to have to kind of force him to show his hand, and not how he feels, but what he's willing to show you. Because again, Zenib, don't forget, feelings are one thing, but what somebody is willing to actually show you, it's completely different. You can hate someone. Hi, B.S. Asra. You can hate somebody, right? But if you treat them with respect, does it matter how you really feel about them? Because you're treating them with respect and you're treating them kindly. And that's all they need. Saying that somebody can love you, but beat you up, mentally abuse you, disrespect you, humiliate you, do all sorts of things, abandon you, terrorize you. But in their heart of hearts, they love you, right? In the heart of hearts, they love you. Yeah. So that's the thing. We need to actually see what his actions are he's willing to show you. And this is going to bring it out. Once you do that, you will be in the Page of Cup energy, where these feelings and fears you have that have been chasing you around like piranhas in an ocean, you'll now see are just little fishies, and you'll see that you are in control. And you'll now have, even though there will be turbulent emotions in the background, you'll now have that BSR. I'm happy to answer your question. Like, subscribe. like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this with whoever you can, and I'll be happy to answer your question. You'll be on that solid page of cutback thing where you can actually then move forward with the truth. Because right now, it literally is an Oprah meme where Oprah was like, so what is the truth? That's where you are right now with your Virgos. So what is the truth? All right. There you go, Zanib. Thank you so much for joining me again in my Tisa Tarot background live stream. I really appreciate you supporting me again. I'll be on tomorrow for about an hour, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you guys can check it out. Oh, thank you, Biasra. All right, Biasra. Sure. Thank you, Zanib. Okay, Biasra. Thank you so much, honey. All right. So also for everybody listening, I'm literally asking for my channel as I'm launching it, what type of videos do you guys like seeing? Do you guys like pick a card? Do you guys like funny astrology memes? Do you like, what do you guys like? I'm trying to make sure my content is like, I don't know, things that people like. And since you guys are all exceptionally smart and talented, I figured why not go to the source and see what you guys are into. So if you guys have any suggestions about the type of video, tarot, astrology, whatever, let me know. I'll be happy to do it. All right. You like them? Okay, Beatrice, you want to know how A feels about you. Let's see. How does A feel about you? How does A feel about you? How does A feel about you? All right, let's see. Let's get one more clarifying card. You got strength. All right, so how does A feel about you? Well, there's a couple things. When it comes to A, you need to realize for whatever reason, he is in the Seven of Sword energy. What is the Seven of Sword energy? The Seven of Sword energy is where somebody is not being earnest in the way they are dealing with you. Now, hear me out, right? It doesn't mean that A doesn't love you. It doesn't mean that A doesn't care about you. It could mean whatever. But the Seven of Sword energy is where literally someone is telling you to invest everything you have. Somebody is telling you that it's cool to invest in them, right? I make this analogy all the time, right? I'm like, yo, let's buy a Range Rover, right? You give $10,000 a month, I give $10,000 a month. At the end of 6 months, we'll have $120,000. Meet me at the bank. Boom, let's go get this Range Rover. You literally invest the money in the bank every month. You put that $10,000 in. Is it easy? No. Do you make sacrifices? Absolutely. But you still find a way to put that $10,000, right? You still find a way to put that $10,000 in the bank. At the end of the time, you go to the bank and then you go, and not only is the account drained, but I actually overdrew it. It's literally that somebody is trying to convince you to put in everything you have. Meanwhile, they're quietly reaping those benefits, but they're not investing of themselves. Now, this could be, right? This could be the reason why they are not investing is because, hold on, guys. This could be the reason that they're not investing is because they are actually coming out, whether they're showing it or not, they're coming out of the Nine of Sword energy. What is the Nine of Sword energy? The Nine of Sword energy is where for a moment you felt like you were flying high, almost like Icarus, flying toward the sun. You have the Nine of Sword energy, and A woke up, right? A woke up from a dream and found out the reality was not what it seemed. It's basically saying that they have been disillusioned, led astray, and heartbroken in their past relationships. Not just a little, but so much that it actually shook them to their core and their beliefs. So now, even though it has nothing to do with you, they're in a relationship with you, or you're trying to get a relationship, or even if they're just dealing with you, just casually. And what they're doing is now trying to completely protect themselves. They want to make sure that they do not lose again. They want to make sure that they are always on, always winning, never losing. But the thing is, that's not fair to you. Yes, it's sad they had their heart broken, or they were used or manipulated or lied to. That's very, very sad. But we need to look at the reality too. That has nothing to do with you, and you should not be having to carry the burden for this. They need to be more upfront and forthright with what they are telling you, or at the very least, they need to have the ethics to have you stop investing in them. And whether or not they ask you to invest in them, they see that you are investing in them and they are fine to reap the benefits without giving anything to you or giving of themselves to you, being more emotionally vulnerable because they want to stay out of this 9 of Swords energy. Now, what can you do to kind of like circumvent this or at least protect yourself so you don't become a victim of whatever hurt they've had, right? The Queen of Wands is saying that yes, take action, and it will be filled with love and creativity and all this, but the most important thing is this intuition. You need to start trusting your intuition with how you deal with A. What is trusting your intuition with how you deal with A means? It means that your first instinct when A tells you something, when A reacts, when A does anything, is usually your right one. Right? Now, this is before fear or doubt or loneliness comes into play, right? A tells you something, for example, and you might be like, yo, why does it seem like he's lying to me, right? But then a part of you is like, no, but they're really, he cares about me, and let me stop being so mean to A, and But really what that is your intuition saying, listen, I feel on a karmic level, the energy A is putting out and your energy is trying to match that. Once you do that, you will find this inner strength. What is the inner strength? The inner strength is where there is someone that, yes, you want them. Yes, you want to be with them. Yes, you think things will be perfect with them. But if they cannot give you what you need, or at the very least operate fairly with you, then you are fine by yourself. Your intuition is actually trying to guard you so you don't experience this 9 of Swords energy, right? Well, here's the thing. You haven't communicated in so long, but you need to actually realize that there are karmic bonds, though. There are karmic bonds when you are thinking of someone, when you're loving someone, when you feel for someone. Believe it or not, it literally is like energy connecting us, It's kind of like the way we're talking about A, and A probably feels like the back of his neck itching or something. There are karmic bonds. What I'm saying is you need to, right now, you're probably in the space where you're developing the emotional strength of trusting your instinct so that you do not end up in the 9 of Swords energy too, feeling completely hopeless and betrayed. Don't forget, whether you see it or not, hurt people do hurt people, right? It is not up to you to help fix them. This is an emotional burden that they're going to have to carry. Know that if you can do that, you will, moving into 2021, be in the full energy. What is the full energy? The full energy takes chances on themselves. The full energy does not fear anything. The full energy is all about risk. Why? Why is the full energy all about risk? Because you have everything you need in the palm of your hands, but more importantly, you have this emotional baggage, this very light emotional baggage. So even though when you take chances on yourself, you put yourself out there, new love, new people, new life, you will not fall because this light emotional baggage with the sun at your back will make you float down. That is what's going on. And that is how A feels about you. At the end of the day, I'll do short term. A literally took without investing anything on himself because he was hurt and he wanted to make sure he came out the winner, right? Right now, you need to trust your instincts because you are karmically linked to him and you don't want to let go. But let's develop that emotional strength of listening to your instincts so you have the boundaries, right? So then you will avoid actually being in the 9 of Swords energy, but this time A is the one that did it to you, okay? So that is where you and A are. We're going to have to break this karmic tie that you feel toward him because believe it or not, that karmic energy you're sending his way is actually feeding him. He is benefiting from that, That's why in humanity, our friends, our emotions, all these things are so important because literally people being around us, people thinking of us, people holding us in high graces, people doing whatever, it really does make a load of difference. All right. You're welcome, B. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope things do get better. I'll be on tomorrow, you guys, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time if you guys want to check it out. Does anybody else have a question they want to ask? Anybody else have a question they would like to ask? I am now taking questions for the next few minutes. And after that, I'm going to film a fun video. Does anybody have any ideas on videos that they would like to see? Don't be shy. All suggestions are going to be good suggestions. Let me know if you've seen a video on tarot, astrology, or even funny, sweet, sad, whatever it is. Let me know because I'm just interested to see what you guys are into. But you're welcome, Be Asra. Of course, anytime. Anybody else have a question they'd like to ask? Anybody? No? All righty then. Well, if nobody else has a question they'd like to ask, I guess I'm going to go film and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hit me up in the comments if you guys, you like pick a card videos? Thank you, Ashra. You know what? I actually like pick a card video. Okay, you know, it's a great idea. I love that idea. I am going to work on the pick a card videos. Yes. I'm going to work. You know, Ashra, I'll dedicate the next pick a card for you. What type of pick a card video would you like? What are they really thinking? What type of pick a card would you like, Ashra? I'm happy to. And also, if anybody else is watching, if you don't have a question, hit me up in the comments if you have a suggestion. I'd love to hear it. All right, Ashra, I will definitely do that. Be Ashra. All right, Ashra. Keep saying Ashra. All right, Be Ashra. I'll definitely do that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.